Welcome to Lore and Tea, the podcast for all things geeky. Legendet, before we get into our big Stranger Things retrospective here, we have the most important question as always. What kind of tea do you get?
I have a chamomile vanilla honey tea with also honey in it. Very good.
It sounded super good, so I had her make me the same thing. So yeah, I usually have mint, but this time I need to try that. The honey should hopefully go hard, but yes. Anyways, so guys, as you all probably know, if you clicked on this, Stranger Things Season 5, the grand finale season just came out over the past week, right? Last week it came out at this point.
Yeah.
For New Year's, and it's been a long time coming. The series has lasted like 10 years or something like that. We've only been fans for like 2 years. Like it's been Legendet even less time. She was like over the summer or something. But yeah, so we're kind of newbies. But nonetheless, we've watched the whole show. Yeah, so now, of course, as does everyone else, we have thoughts on the finale. I do want this video here to be a retrospective on the series as a whole, but I'm sure we'll be swayed towards discussing the finale, just because that's the thing, that's the hot topic right now, right? So we'll probably be discussing that quite a bit. But yeah, I'm just gonna turn the floor to you, Legendet. What has been your experience with Stranger Things?
I've loved Stranger Things. They pushed the line of like creepy and gory, where I was not like, I could handle it, you know, and I'm usually pretty squirmy about that stuff. So I think they did a good job of making it horror, but also keeping it not super terrible. And then the storyline as a whole, I mean, the finale was interesting. We'll get to that later. But the storyline as a whole was very good.
Interesting.
It really kept you like on the edge of your seat the whole time, which is nice. And like, they were good at the dramatic like effects of it without overdoing it.
Sure. Yeah, for me, I was aware of it when it was like ascending to popularity back in like, I don't even know, like 2019, 2020. I don't know exactly when. It was already popular when I heard of it because I wasn't a big like Netflix original watcher, you know. So it had already kind of gone into the mainstream when I was becoming aware of it, but I do know I was in lower high school or really late middle school. And it was one of those things where like at the time I was not really yet a horror fan, and neither was any of like, you know, our family, right? Like, by the way, guys, we're siblings. I don't know how many times I've said this, but me and Legendet are siblings. Anyway, our family hasn't been huge into horror either, so we just kind of just went under the radar. But as we sort of like, as us got older and we got into more like mature things, we started liking some of the more horror aspects, and I was like, yo, we should check out Stranger Things. And at that point I was already in, I was either late high school or early college. Again, I can't remember the exact timeline of when we watched this show. But, and then we quickly, like, I was hooked right away. I didn't understand it was so good. Like, if I knew it was that good, I probably would have pushed watching it sooner. Season 1, like, not many people complain about that one, you know? Like, I feel like season 1 started the show for a reason. Like, it was pretty legendary. Like you said, it's creepy in all the right ways, and I love how it borrows off of horror tropes from like so many different things, especially things that allude to like the 80s, right? So yeah, very solid show from writing, you know, obviously graphics, and just the overall experience too. So yeah, just kind of the generalization of that. As we just did for our My Hero Academia review, if you watch that show, you should go watch it because that just wrapped up as well. But as we did with that, I really like talking about favorites and least favorites. I feel like it's a really good way to sort of expel our thoughts on the positives and negatives of the show, not just glazing it, not just criticizing it, and it gives us a nice little backbone of discussion. So I have to ask you, Legendet, what is your favorite thing about Stranger Things?
My favorite thing of the whole show?
Just in general, very general.
Right? In general. My favorite thing I'd say is how like they separate the characters into groups and have them each have their own like story arc, like storyline, and then they bring them together at the end of the season. Like there's just so many things happening, and it's really good because like they'll go to like the like Dustin and Steve, and they'll be doing a thing, and they'll go to like 11 and Hoppa or something, and they're doing something completely different, but then like it all ties in. They and they recap everything to each other when they meet. It's a good.
Yeah. No, and I almost agree. That is like, I feel like one of the strongest points of the show is the way it splits, like divides and conquers with the story. It tells one story through multiple lenses and multiple locations. Um, to add on to that, because that is probably a very strong suit of the show, I really like for seasons 1 through 4 the interconnectivity. Like the foreshadowing felt spot on. The storyline felt like it truly was planned in its entirety from the beginning, and then unfolded like a flower, basically, or as we're going forward. Like you said, the finale is interesting. Season 5 has stuff going on that we'll get into, but seasons 1 through 4 legitimately had some of the best writing of all time, you know, and it had just like this interconnectivity, like everything I just said, and it was pretty much everything I love from the story wrapped into one. So I'll say like the foreshadowing and interconnectivity is kind of my favorite thing. And obviously, as with any show, to make like any story good, the characters have to be good to some extent, right? In some way. So of course, I have to ask you, Legendet, you know, what's your favorite character? Yeah.
Dustin. Dustin is my boy.
Dustin.
I also love Steve, but like, you gotta pick Dustin. Come on. He's just so good. He's adorable.
Yeah. Do you have like a Dustin moment you really like, or like a Dustin personality trait you really like?
I love when he sang the song with his girlfriend, with Susie.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was good. Are you sad that his girlfriend broke up with him? Would you have preferred she remained a character in the show, or at least like known that she's dating him still? Like, how do you feel about that?
I liked him with Susie, but like I also wasn't super attached to her character, so I didn't really care that much. It didn't really matter that much to me.
Yeah, I think they just knew they didn't really want her to do anything else in the show, so it was just easiest to say they broke up, so there would be no like, where is she? Why isn't she helping? What's you know, just oh yeah, they broke up. I did think their reasoning was a little flimsy on it, like. But oh well, what you gonna do? The character wasn't gonna be in the show anymore. I had to get her out somehow. For me, I would have to say, like early on. Oh, so in this latest one, he wasn't all that relevant, which has made me think of him less. But I would say Hopper, for like most of the show, is one of my favorites for sure. Yeah.
When we thought he died, I actually cried. Like I love him.
Baller ending. That's how finale is done, bro. Season 3 finale.
I know,
and the season 4 finale. Yeah, just Hopper, he's that tough guy, he's that reliable, like he's not a Mary Sue character, but you know he's for the good guys, right? Like he's like, he has the character depth. He doesn't always like, he has character flaws, but you know he is in the interest of the good guys at all times, and he's just going to make crap happen, like if he can, you know. Yeah, very good character. They balanced him having like that sort of like tragic backstory thing while not being a sob story character as well. His dynamic with 11 was perfect, right? Like, I feel like the dynamic between Hopper and 11 and Steve and Dustin are probably the best character like duos in the show, for sure.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, honestly, I'd have to say my favorite episode in general is the ending of season 3, because that had the song and Hopper's like death, right?
Oh yeah, your two favorite things. Yeah, so you would love that one. Yeah.
I love that one.
For me, we'll get into that in a second, but first I want to go into the upside down in those two questions. So I need to ask you what your least favorite thing about the show is.
1 second. Okay, we're good. Least favorite thing?
Yeah. Again, it can be general, like how the first one is pretty general.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to think of as a whole, because I have things about season 5 I could say.
Season 5 is a beast. We're saving, you know what, Legendet, I'm gonna save season 5 discussion for the end of this podcast, because I have a feeling we're like that's the fresh thing. We're gonna have things to say about that. let's
Yeah.
move our season 5 thoughts to the end. But season 5 is going to be quite the beast to talk about. Yeah. But
So
just
in
whole show.
general,
Yeah.
um, that's a hard question. I don't know. I don't know. Uh, I mean, this is kind of just a small picky thing, I guess, but there was like the horror movie moments where they were stupid. It was like,
Oh, dumb. Yeah. It
but
seems
it's
like
hard
no
to
horror genre can escape it. Someone's going to be stupid at some point.
exactly. There were
Yeah.
just some moments I was like, okay, you could have easily avoided that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
like, it's all horror, honestly.
Yeah, and like not every character is at the top of their game at all the times. You
Right.
know, I think the characters started acting the dumbest around season 5. uh, there is some instances of season 4 where it's like what's going on, but season 5, yeah, I feel like some character decisions were a little. But anyways, for me, I'm kind of gonna break the rules for this, but I like so much of the show. What I know my least favorite thing about it is,
The
you'll see
ending.
why you're season 5. 2 words, season 5.
Yeah, I
But
know.
anyway, so my least favorite stuff will be elaborated upon later. I'm kind of breaking the rules, but I don't know what else to say for the show. I liked so much of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then least favorite character. Ooh, which character do you actively dislike? Ooh. These ones are always feel mean to do.
Oh, I know, and I feel like I never usually dislike someone.
Yeah. And not just like for instance, you might be like, "Oh, I hate like I don't know, like I hate Papa, but he's a great character." Right?
Right.
Like not unless you hate him because he's a villain, but you
Um,
hate like the character.
I mean, it's not that I hated the character, but I mean, I'm out of the ones I can think of right now. Sometimes Robin I don't love.
Mm.
It's not like she's
A touch of
bad.
cringe.
Yeah.
A touch of the cringe at the all the wrong moments.
All the wrong moments. Yeah. It's not like no
Yeah.
hate or anything. Just like out of the characters, I'd have to say she's probably my least favorite like main character that I can think of.
Yeah. I feel like yeah, just some of the things she said, it's like, really? Would a human being be saying that right now? And I get the point of like, oh, she's quirky, she's a little, socially awkward sometimes, she's trying to be funny or whatever. It's her automatic response, but it's like maybe it's just the way the dialogue is, that it just feels so cringe. It's like, ugh. Like every now and then it's just like, ugh. Like I didn't
Yeah.
want to hear that right then. Yeah.
I mean, expanding honestly, I might like her, like what's her name? The redhead nurse lady that she's with. I might like
oh,
her less.
Vicky.
Vicky. I'd like
Vicky
her
just does
less.
nothing. Vicky
Yeah.
exists, does
She just
nothing,
exists.
and does not show up after the conclusion.
No. Just gone.
Mhm. For me, Dr. K, season 5. The government lady, if you don't remember the name, the mean old lady.
Oh, that's right.
You-
Yeah. Mm.
And this is not because, oh, I hate her because she's a villain, I hate what she's doing. No. She's a bad character. Papa mattered to the story, and he was written well. Dr. K just feels like some random government agent person that we have no idea, like no lore really to anything. Is just this cutthroat, America's gonna demolish the Cold War, like person at Sona, which is like, all right, whatever. But because she wasn't established in any other seasons, she's just existing now. And like, I don't know, and it just felt so weird. Like I felt just completely detached from her. So anytime it's supposed to be dramatic or like tension with her, it was just like, I don't care. Like I do not care
That's
about this
yeah.
character. And anytime she was
That's what
inconveniencing our main characters, it wasn't the right kind of suspense. Like you know how like
Yeah.
in like My Hero Academia, since we just talked about that, when All for One is like taking out All Might, like you're tense in the right ways. You're like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? Like, oh, I'm scared of this villain. What's he going to do? Dr. K was like, I just please get off the screen. I'm done seeing you. Like, okay,
That's
normally I'd be upset that you're inconveniencing my characters that I like that are like good guys, but right now I'm just upset that you're here. Like, I do not care about you at all. And
I forgot about her, so
yeah,
that's a good point.
just the cheapest Papa replacement ever, you know?
Yeah.
Um, I just I really wish you would have either like if you want like I get the government being a big antagonist still, that's perfectly fine. I would just make it a much smaller like part. Like Papa was focused on and emphasized on because he truly was a big
Right.
villain to the show. Like Dr. K could have been in it, but I really wish the framing around her was not as trying to build her up to be this dramatic somebody. Like just have her be like just have it be clear that it's just the government as an entity that is impeding them now. And it's not like, look, look, that's the main villain, guys. Look, another
Right.
main government villain. I really got upset with that for you know a little probably
Yeah,
more than I should, but I was like, oh my gosh, she's not that special.
I
Like, come on,
agree.
Pop. Like, I miss Papa.
Yeah, I miss Papa.
Uh,
Bring Papa
yeah,
back.
bring, bring free Papa. He did nothing wrong.
Oh gosh.
Dude,
But yeah,
poor Papa
I have to
got
agree.
sniped for stuff we all do. Um, yeah. So anyway, that's my rant about Dr. K. Easily my least favorite character, I'd say. Before
Yeah.
it might have been like 8 if not for her, just because she
Oh,
didn't
oh my God, I forgot about her
like
too.
yeah, she didn't matter to like anything. Showed up for a couple episodes to be a bad influence on Elle. Didn't matter after that. Showed up in season 5 just to be like this weirdo again.
Okay,
And then
honestly, I
dies.
forgot. I forgot about those two characters. I would say, yeah, I'd
Yeah.
have to agree. They're like my least
Yeah.
favorite.
Uh, but yeah. And it's not like 8 too. I wouldn't mind 8 being in the show at all, especially since she came back in season 5. That really helped the character out for me. I will
Yeah, true.
say, for all the hate season 5 is getting, the one thing it definitely did right was making 8 relevant to anything, because otherwise I would have been just a
True.
blip of a story that felt wasted.
Right.
It still feels a little bit wasted, but at least it matters to the ending. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Yeah. All right, so yeah, favorite. We've done favorite thing in general, favorite character, I suppose. Favorite season is in order.
Um, season 4.
Oh yeah.
That was
Oh,
such a good
thank you,
season.
thank you. Easily the best. I listen, guys, listen. I even before season 5 and the hate train that's getting, like the review bombing, the people just loving to talk about how much they dislike and whatever. Before that, people were talking about Stranger Things had gone downhill, and I never for a second understood what they were talking about. Seasons 1 through 4 to me felt like it legitimately, with the exception of season 2, it felt like season 1. I just personally liked it a little less, so I would say season 1 is better than season 2. But even that is just a very marginal difference for me and based on preference mostly. I would say with confidence that Stranger Things only got better every season, ever since season 1
Yeah.
for 1 through 4. I Season 4 is for me my favorite by a long shot. Like 1 through 3 are pretty close together, and then there's a leap, and then it's season 4 for how much I like that. I never understood anyone who, thought it went downhill after season 1 or whatever. So yeah, so that's my thoughts. We agree on that. Any want to elaborate about what about season 4 was so special?
Just the whole tone of it. Like they had a ton of Vecna in it. Like everything just felt really important. Like it was coming to a
Yes.
big moment. It just was so good.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Season 4 felt like the finale the entire time I was watching it. When I was watching it, I was like, this is what everything's been building towards. I did not expect. I don't usually, I don't like going on the internet and seeing leaks or even updates by the creators or crap like that. So I had no concept of when the show was going to end. That's usually how I like to roll with these things. And season 4 felt like it to me. I was like, it felt like the big finish. And then
It
obviously
could
you
have
quickly
been.
realize it's not when you get to the end. Yeah. But yeah, it was so good. It, like I said, my favorite thing about Stranger Things, it encompassed all of it. It felt like it was planned from the start. It felt like it drew on strings from the entire saga. It gave us huge reveals. It gave us big character payoffs. Yeah.
Mhm.
It was the most dreadful season. Like, Vecna instills, like in season 4, instilled legitimate dread every time you heard that clock.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I would definitely say yeah, best villains, best monsters in season 4, best character work, best everything. To be honest,
Exactly.
yeah. So hand in hand, favorite episode. You already started mentioning this, but I stopped you. So want to give us a full rundown on your favorite episode?
Favorite episode individually would have to be the ending of season 3, the last one. I loved the Dustin song, and I loved Hopper's big, dramatic, like, "Oh no, he's dead" moment. Like, I was bawling,
Yeah,
but like, it was so good. And
yeah,
then they immediately. So a lot of the times I don't like when they make you think someone's dead and then they're not. But I feel like with how they did Hopper, they did it in a way that I was just genuinely relieved that he was still alive.
right. No, I agree. The fake out thing gets old, especially when you've seen it a million times. Like as you can tell by my room, I'm a Spider-Man fan. I'm a huge comic book guy. The death is a revolving door in comic books. All right, I like if you're reading a comic, I have become completely desensitized to a character dying because if they're of any importance, they're probably coming back. The exceptions would be like obviously for Spider-Man Gwen and Uncle Ben, but that's because they are more valuable dead to the story because of like their deaths propelled such character development and plot developments that you
Right.
need them to be dead in order for like the character is literally doing more dead than alive. Um, so those characters will usually stay dead permanently, but other characters like any kind of heroes or major players, like they're probably coming back to some degree.
Right.
Like, do you know how many times even main superheroes have died in the comics? Like, all that to say, I am usually a little bit like I see it a lot. So when I do see it, I'm like, it feels a little
Yeah.
cheap to me. It feels like you're undecided of what actually you want to have happen to the character sometimes if it's written in a weird sort of way. I feel like off topic, I feel like Tales of Arcadia, the way that ended, it really revealed the authors didn't quite to me know what they wanted the finale to be. Did they want a dramatic character death or not? They wanted their cake
Yeah.
and eat it too, and we got that weirdo ending. But that's a
Weird.
completely different discussion. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, but Hopper, I think you're right because like you never saw a body. I think is huge. If you never see a body, I think that's huge
Right.
because it immediately leaves space open for theories that they're not dead. So it makes a little bit of sense when they're revealed not to be, because no body, especially in a fictional context, perfect theorizing ground for maybe they survived, right? Um,
Right.
so yeah, that was good. Also, the in retrospect too, the Russians at the after credits, they're like walking past the cell and they're like, "Not to the American," and then you realize the American's Hopper. So technically, they were already
Yeah.
foreshadowing it, literally in the episode that he died, that he was still alive.
Yeah.
Kind of like it harkens to when Elle died in season one, and you saw Hopper putting pancakes or not pancakes, waffles out in the forest, and you were like, "Oh."
Right. You're like, oh, she
Like,
alive.
yeah, technically didn't reveal it till season two, but like it's already foreshadowing. I didn't think of that parallel. Hopper, okay, season one is an
Oh
odd
yeah.
number. Elle dies at the end and is revealed in the next season to be alive. Season three is an odd number. Hopper dies but doesn't and is revealed to be alive in season four. They parallel each other. I didn't
And
even notice
wait,
that.
wait, and then season 5, Elle, we think Elle dies.
She says
That probably
every
means she's
odd
not.
number. Yeah, the pattern continues, dude. That is a pattern. Holy crap!
That is funny.
And
Man.
yeah, ah man, that is cool. That is cool. Anyway, least favorite season. This actually could be kind of an interesting discussion. What do you think the least favorite is? I'm interested because I'm not sure I know.
Well, I mean, my instinct immediately is season 5, but like,
Yeah.
there were some good things in season 5. There's just so much that was like, I don't
Yeah.
know. Other than season 5, I'm trying to decide between 1 and 2. Mm, what were the big things? Like, what was the main thing of season 2? I feel like I mixed
The
that in
demo
one together.
dogs. Remember, Dustin helps raise the baby demo, and it grows into a demo dog, and Bob is there, and they surround the lab, and Bob sacrifices himself, sort of.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was a sacrifice or he just stood there. But
Guys, I did it.
for R.I.P. Bob. R.I.P. That poor boy. Anyways, I might have to say season 2 just because season 1 is a good intro, like solid. Yeah.
I'm gonna say something right now. Season 5, you're about when we get to that discussion, which we will, I think, right after this. You're gonna hear me complain a lot about it. It's not my least favorite season. I'm gonna get canceled for this, but I think season 5 I enjoyed more than season 2. Um, season 2 is at the bottom of my season ranking just because it felt very similar to season 1 to me, with just like it had important new character introductions and it had a bit of a different, the Demodogs are kind of different than the Demogorgon, but there wasn't any truly huge reveals or plot like revelations. There wasn't any crazy character work that wasn't present in season 1. And it just kind of felt, I'm not saying it was written bad or that it didn't need to happen. Like, that is not what I'm saying about season 2. From my personal enjoyment level, because of that, it is one step below season 1, which is like the midway point for me. It's like smack in the middle. And it has to be below season 5 for me, because as much as I'm going to complain about season 5, I was hooked on that crap, right? I was more excited for that release than like Christmas and New Year's, right? Like, you're like, oh, I can't wait for Christmas because I can't wait for the next batch of episodes. Oh, I can't wait for New Year's because I can't wait for the finale.
Right.
And like, you're watching them and you're like genuinely like glued to the plot and everything that's going on in it. And season 2, I was just perfectly good season. I enjoyed it a little bit less than season 1, but that's fine just because it was a little bit different. But season 5,
Valid.
I was so hyped for. So the ranking for me from worst to best would be season 2, season 5, season 1, season 3, season 4. And I feel like that's a pretty fair ranking.
I
A lot
could
of
agree
people,
with
I think,
that.
would put season 5 at the bottom.
But when you do think about it, just enjoyment level, season 5 is
The
exciting.
hype.
It's just
The hype.
there's just a lot
Yeah.
of the details did not make much sense, but it's okay.
Yeah, unfortunately. I will say too, just to address this as well, a lot of people that I've seen online that criticize the later seasons really, really liked the small town mystery, like subtle horror stuff going on in the early seasons. And that was a very great vibe. Like, that was a baller vibe.
Sure.
But I was okay with it moving away from that because I enjoyed the escalation. Like, I'm like,
Yeah,
we got that vibe in the
escalated.
earlier seasons. Right, and that slowly escalates, and now we have literally the U.S. Army like declaring war in a different dimension. Like, it's like I don't know. Like,
Good
I
build-up.
don't need the vibe to stay the same the whole time. I like different seasons to have different vibes.
At that point, it just kind of turns into like a detective show, where it's just like
Right.
you know what you're watching when you press.
Like,
it's just like,
yeah, like Scooby-Doo, you maintain the status quo a bit different every time. But no, I totally enjoyed the escalation, so I do not, that for me, I'm not saying it's wrong for that to be a detriment to other seasons for you. I'm just saying for me it does not matter because I enjoy the change and shifts and build up, I guess, starting with that small town investigative vibe. But now the elephant in the room, Legendet, the elephant in the room that we have to talk about. The finale!
Yeah.
Season 5.
Yay! So,
Alright. What do you think?
Yeah. Alright. There was a lot, especially the beginning, that I did really like. Like, I liked, like, how it started with Elle training, right? That's how it opened. So, I liked that.
Yeah.
I liked a lot of, like, the stuff that Vecna and the whole the world that he made, like the house. A lot of that stuff I enjoyed.
Yes. Oh, the Mr. What's It stuff. That was one of my favorite elements.
Yeah, the Mr. What's It.
That was genuinely creepy to me.
They did that. I also liked how they did Max being down in that world.
You know what?
That was cool.
I did too. I felt like Max was a little shortchanged, but I'll do the other side of that. I felt like she was really cool in season 4, so I didn't need her to be like this super cool person again in season 5. But at times, I thought she was going to be utilized even more after getting such damage. Like, I thought it was going to result in some, like, Will. Like, we know what happened with Will. I thought she was going to get some crazy power or something out of it. So I guess my expectations were a little bit skewed for it. But, yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Did you like Max's involvement? You think it was enough? Or she should have had more?
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. And I liked her interactions with Holly. That was fun.
Yeah, that was good. Holly Wheeler there.
Um,
I didn't expect
like we
Holly to
mentioned.
be a character that mattered. Like
Oh
that
no,
was
me neither.
completely like I was like, whoa, okay, here we go. That was,
They did it good though. Like they didn't
yeah.
just like randomly throw her in. They kind of did it good.
Mm.
Um, what else? I was gonna say something else. Oh, I liked, like we mentioned earlier, I liked how they brought 8 back in just so that it ties that together. So it's not
Mhm.
just them part of the show anymore, it's
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, definitely. That
Um,
actually
we have,
before.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna change it, so go ahead.
Oh, I was just say before the final episode really ticked me off. I had such high hopes after they revealed 8 because I was like, it's going to fix one of the only things I genuinely dislike about the show.
Yeah.
And then things went off the rails. But anyway, do you have anything else to say?
Um, I have kind of a pro and a con, so it might be a good transition, I guess, but like,
Mhm.
um, Steve and Dustin, I liked. Oh yeah, I love Steve and Dustin's like fighting to fighting relationship to. Oh my gosh, I really just don't want you to die, Steve. Thing like that was
That was
good.
a heartwarming scene. Yeah.
That was like my favorite scene, honestly. Like I was like, come on,
Yeah.
you guys.
Because you could kind of tell the tension brewing between them the whole time was
Mhm.
stemming from like Dustin's fear of that happening to Steve.
Yeah,
And,
because
and then
R.I.P.
like
Eddie.
Steve, yeah, and Steve just struggling with like, can he like live up to Eddie basically, I guess,
Hmm.
which is funny because he's the OG friend, but
I know.
yeah.
Oh yeah, and then I liked their like you die I die thing, but
Yeah, and
my
you're like, are they
con to
both gonna
that
die?
exactly. My con to that is they. I feel like they should have given them a dramatic moment where like you die I die actually came into play.
Yeah, I wouldn't want them to actually die, but I would want it to seem like the you die, I die thing is happening, or like it matters to decisions they're making, you
Right.
know?
But they didn't
But,
really bring it up again after they said that. So
well, you know why they didn't bring it up? Because the finale episode was 8 hours of nothing.
yeah, I also wish Steve had that little like heart dropping moment where he fell off the tower. You're like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
but you also kind of
I,
knew like it wasn't dramatic enough for him to actually die.
no. And that's exactly the problem with a lot of things that happen in the finale. They tried to build up this tension, but they did not keep it. They made, like, every card they played was just the exact obvious thing the way you'd expect. Like, oh,
Mhm.
Steve, whoa, he's falling. Really, guys? He's going to randomly fall after they accidentally couldn't stop it in time, just sitting on top of the tower. He just randomly gets knocked
Yeah,
off. That's how he's going to die? No. I don't think of
like
that
it's
for a
not him.
second. I don't buy it. Yeah.
And to add to that, I do wish they gave Steve a more oh my gosh he's gonna die moment because
Yeah.
everyone didn't want him to die. Like the whole
Yeah.
world didn't want Steve to die, and they
Yeah.
barely gave him a moment of like scared for him.
A completely arbitrary one too. And you know what? I'm a little too MHA coded right now. A perfect one would be All Might. The Battle of Alpharon, that was perfect. Is he going to die or live? Tension.
Yeah,
Mwah.
that's so
But yeah,
good.
Stranger Things didn't do it as good as that. But okay. What do I even want to say first, dude? I think season 5 as a season was not that bad. All right, I don't even have it at the bottom of
Yeah,
my season ranking list. For
right.
crying out loud, like I was just talking
It
about.
was hype. It
But
was hype.
Mr. What's It, really cool, really creepy, right? The whole mental, like, bringing these children that he earns their trust, like, that's always creepy when, like, it felt William Afton-esque, right? Like,
Mhm.
like, it's just that twisted nature of gaining a child's trust with complete malicious intent. It's so creepy. And then to have the high concept sci-fi elements, like they're existing within his mental plane consciously, but their physical bodies are in that other planet, getting their essence drawn out by the mind flayer. So I liked all that. The concept. Oh, we didn't talk about that. Legendet. I'm about to segue into this, so I'll ask for your opinions after. What on earth do we think about the whole Abyss planet and the Upside Down is actually a wormhole reveal?
Oh
What are
yeah.
we thinking about that? Because that was a major reveal.
I thought it was fine. I didn't dislike it at all. I also didn't be like, that's amazing, crazy. But I was just
Yeah,
like, all right, that makes sense, I guess. That's kind of cool.
yeah. Again, yeah, I completely didn't dislike it. I feel like it was an unnecessary addition. Not so some people take unnecessary to mean shouldn't have been included. Like, I feel like some people take words to mean something different. Like, if you'll notice, people use the word mid as bad. Like, when they call something mid, they're calling it bad. But I feel like mid is supposed to be middle. It's supposed to just be this was
Yeah,
mid. Like, well,
it
I
was
didn't hate it, I
okay.
didn't love it. So when I say unnecessary, I do not mean it should not have been added. I just mean it did not have to be. So when I say the abyss and the wormhole reveal was unnecessary, all I mean by that is you never had to have made that a thing, and the show still would have made sense, and it still would have been perfectly fine with the lore. That being said, I'm always down for more complicated like sci-fi crap. So technically, I like the addition of concept to the Upside Down.
Yeah.
Theoretically, I like that. What I dislike about it was it mattered for a whole 2 seconds and before the show ended. The end. It like it was foreshadowed, but it didn't like the foreshadowing delivered on the reveal, but I feel like the reveal didn't live up to the foreshadowing, if that makes sense, right? Like it felt like, oh look, brilliant foreshadowing. The reveal didn't do the foreshadowing justice, you know? Um Yeah, so I don't know, but I do technically like the idea. Just, so I had fun with that. Like, and figuring it all out, like unraveling it as it was happening, that was very fun. Um, and then the other thing, Vecna's origin story. What do we think of the reveals there?
I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. Like it tied it together nicely, I felt like. The only thing I didn't
Yeah.
like was how easy it was once he did step in the cave, how easy it was for him to just be like, nah, I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
but
I don't
okay.
need to be scared of this cave.
It's like, oh yeah. It's like,
Oh,
oh, well, then why did you not step foot in it that long? Like, I don't know.
willpower. Because he didn't have enough willpower.
Will.
Willpower. Will has powers now. Willpower.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, in general, I thought it was good.
Yeah. Yeah, I am very upset that we don't have any elaboration on who the scientist guy in the cavern was and what the heck the rock was doing there, why they had it, what the rock even is, how it even got here. Um, and I don't know, like, I've not seen the Broadway show. If anything's explained in the Broadway show, I have no idea about that, and I would still be mad because like to me, it feels like gatekeeping lore. Because for one, barely
Yeah.
any percentage of the fans are going to make it to a physical Broadway show. Two, even if you put it on, like, even if Netflix itself gets the Broadway show digitally its entirely, you can watch it anytime, I guarantee you a vast number of Stranger Things fans aren't even going to watch it. So it
No.
legitimately just feels like you're like gatekeeping lore in the
Yeah,
Broadway show.
because watching a Broadway show feels very different than watching a show. Like, I
Yeah.
love Broadway,
I,
but like, it's
yeah.
what?
I know nothing about what goes on in that Broadway show, so there could be nothing of importance in there regarding the stuff that wasn't revealed in season 5. But if there is, I'm upset about it. And if there isn't, I'm still upset about it because it still wasn't revealed in the show. So
It wasn't
I'm
revealed
not
anyway.
happy either way with that whole thing how that unfolded. They teased the same like 3 scenes with that cavern a million times. They had plenty of time to actually give us more elaboration on it. But no, not even exposition. Just like just nothing. I don't know. What the heck was the rock doing there? What was the mind flayer doing literally living in the rock? Why was the scientist guy on the run? Who was he? Who was he on the run from?
I mean, why
Yeah.
even was the kid in there?
Didn't he say something? I think little Henry mentioned why the heck he was in the cavern.
What?
Like
Still, like,
it was some
I don't know.
arbitrary reason. It didn't matter. It was just yeah. Yeah, anyway,
Yeah.
but most hype thing probably Will getting powers. That was a hype moment.
That was
I
good.
was jumping up and down,
Look
bro.
at
I was
that.
like, heck yeah. That was a
That, yeah,
great
that
scene.
whole that episode actually, I liked how they followed them around when they were running, and then they had Will get
Yeah,
power. That was
yeah.
good. They did that was good.
That
At
felt
that
like
point,
season 4 to me.
everyone, yeah, at that point, like the fans all agreed that it was like it was baller, like it was good.
That was hype. Yeah, actually, the first batch of episodes, I don't think really people had a lot of problems with. I feel like that was just,
Oh,
we all kind of liked it. Second batch, people were complaining mostly because the pacing was off. It felt a little boring, felt a little dry. But I was just like, it's a connectivity episodes.
yeah,
We got like the lore, like technical lore stuff. Now we can just have action. And the finale didn't deliver in the way I thought they were setting it up to. So now it makes me retroactively dislike those second batch of episodes even more.
yeah,
But the first batch, fine by me. You know, I don't mind the first batch.
yeah.
Um, yeah. All right. So, actual finale episode. Let's talk about how it ended.
Uh, it was okay. The actual fight was way too easy. Like it was so
Holy
short.
crap! Yes. Yep.
What? Like flamethrowers. Good thing Nancy and everyone got those flamethrowers.
Thank you, Discover.
Cute Discover card. They really needed that.
What
I
he meant
just
to say
it
was
felt,
flamethrower.
it felt so anticlimactic. Like
How
I
about
don't know.
flowers? If you
Pretty
haven't seen the
much.
Discover commercial, I look like an idiot. But,
No, but it played like every commercial break. If you didn't see it, that's insane.
True. Unless the rich people are paying for no ads, Netflix.
Look up the Discover card commercial with Stranger Things. You'll see.
Share this video to 4,000 of your friends so we can get monetized and pay for no ads, Netflix.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But yeah. Anyways, it felt very fast. It felt like the whole time they'd been building up to it, and then nothing was there. Also, bro was unguarded. Where was his millions of?
Oh my gosh, dude. You're in the heart of it. Dude,
Like, what?
they're
Makes no
literally they're literally KSI in the thick of it down there. And there is none of the iconic monsters that have literally been invading the real world and infesting the Upside Down. Literally, both their bosses are right there in their
One
home
spot.
world. What? No Demodox, no Demogorgon, no Demobat, no any new monster other than the Mind Flayer amalgamation thing. That was stupid. And then the fight with the boss was so short. It was so short.
I know. I was like, I watched it. And I was like, there's got to be a twist coming. Like, oh, something bad's gonna happen.
You see, there's like an hour of the episode left. You're like, twist, twist, twist. Nope,
Twist, twist.
nothing, and 45 minutes of fairy tale ending. Like,
So, oh my gosh.
holy bro. It's literally Vecna and the Mind Flayer, Mighty Morphing Power Rangers, like together into this giant thing.
I know.
And
Like 2
some
seconds.
kids, we only had 2 superpowered people there. Will was inhibiting Vecna's ability to move around like the way he wanted to through his mental like neural link thing. And L was physically beating the crap out of him. Other than that, people were just like, the kids had spears and flamethrowers, and that giant spider beast from a different planet that has mystical mind warping bending powers is killed by that. And we're supposed to accept that that's the end of the Mind Flayer. Which,
Like I know
by the
that
way,
it's... yeah.
yeah, by the way, which was weird that was such a physical being, because before it was represented by dust and the essence of the brain and like all this other stuff. It felt like a very much more spiritual, like cosmic being, and then it ended up being this thing that was vulnerable in a physical body that got eradicated. No.
Like I know that they had the whole hive mind thing where Vecna Vecna was so hurt that the things hurt. But also, okay, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but wouldn't Will kind of low-key die?
Will would I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this because I mean it. Will would genuinely be eviscerated during that final
What is
fight.
happening?
Yeah.
What? Like hive mind, bro. Like everyone's dead. I don't even know.
Yeah. What was going on in that finale? Like normally I'm very forgiving to plot holes because it's like you know, especially when you're dealing with cosmic sci-fi stuff, it's very easy to be like, okay, that's technically a plot hole, but it's small enough that you're like, who cares? And you can sort of mental gymnastics a lot of them into being making sense somehow. This gave you no avenue of mental gymnastics. It just doesn't make sense. No
Yeah.
demo, anything helping in the Vecna fight. No Will having any repercussions for being connected to Hive Mind. And then what to me probably the worst of all, the government lets them go. At the end they get out, Ellen
Yeah.
goes away.
What?
Dr. K, they've killed so many government soldiers. They're actual
They're
war
just like,
criminals,
okay,
pretty
bye.
much to them. And Dr. K, who is this petty evil like person, lets even Hopper go scot-free. What is happening? Did we get lobotomized in the writing room? What is going on? Like, legitimately, I don't understand. I'm not even trying to sound mean, because I love seasons 1 through 4 so much. It's actually my favorite live action show, seasons 1 through 4. I legitimately don't understand how the same writers that wrote season 4 wrote season 5. I don't understand how that happens, you know?
There's just so many things that were so wrong in season 5. That's like, you guys were so good this whole show. You had to end it bad, but
Yeah.
it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. And yeah, oh my gosh. And then there's all those character resolutions, but like I guess I liked that for a lot of the characters they got some sort of like happy ending, right? Like, oh, sending them off, that was fine. Oh, that was fine, but it really felt like
Yeah.
it felt just misleading to see so much of the episode left after such a short finale and being like something's gonna happen, and then it's like
Nope.
absolutely nothing. We get
Yeah.
Steve talking about how he's a sex ed teacher. Like,
Oh,
like what?
yeah.
Like really? Like what is going on? Yeah.
The closing, like the last like 2 minutes of the show or whatever, was sweet. Like, I liked how they closed it off.
Oh
How
yeah,
they had
sure,
like
yeah.
Mike as the storyteller. Like, that was
That
good.
was cool. I genuinely liked that. As a writer, I really connected to Mike being the storyteller. Like,
Yeah.
so, so guys, if you don't know, like, if you don't watch my main channel, I'm a book writer. I sell them on Amazon. I have audiobooks for channel members on my main channel. Self-plug, go check them out. Anyway, point is, I'm a big writer, right? I spend my life telling stories and analyzing stories. And so when they're asking Mike, they said, well, what happens to the storyteller? Or what does the storyteller do? And I knew Mike was going to be like, he keeps telling stories, because that's what storytellers do, bro. No matter what happens, we'll keep telling our stories, right? That's the one thing you can rely on. So I know it hit me really hard when they're like, well, what happens to the storyteller? And Mike just goes, he keeps telling stories, you know? Like,
Good. It was
but
good.
yeah,
I
that
did
was
like
really
that.
good. That was really good. On that note, Elle's fate. What do we think on that?
I like how they kind of left it like ominous, like she could be alive, she could not be. I think they're implying that she is based on how we like saw, like, since they gave us so much visual, it kind of felt like they were implying she's
Yeah,
probably.
it played like literal live action clips over the monologue,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah.
So I think they're trying to say that she is alive, but they leave it up for debate,
Yeah. I do, like you said, the live action clips over the monologue thing it could imply that, but it could also be like for instance, if this is like anime, it would make total sense that it's just a scene displaying what they're talking about and not meant to be literally what's occurring in canon, you know? So, the same could happen in a live action show. I don't know, and I don't really care. This is going to sound weird. I personally prefer Elle to be dead because I really dislike the idea that she's just out there. For one, here, a lot of questions arise. How can she, as a minor child still, integrate herself into a new town seamlessly? Like, what is she even gonna do? There's so many okay, she are you supposed to be like, yay, she's alive somewhere? We know what is gonna even happen to her. Like, what is she even going? Literally, what is Bro gonna do? Like, what? And we'll just never know if the show's over. And I really feel like there's a way she could have faked her own death and still hide it out with like Mike and them. Like when she was a
Yeah.
fugitive from Papa's crew, she was living with Papa and crap. And like why not like radically change her appearance, get completely different hair or whatever, get a wig again, do all that crap, change her appearance, lie low, never use her psychic powers ever again, and
Exactly. Stay
maybe
with
have
Will.
at the very
And Mike.
least get Mike to like like somehow communicate with him so that he moves away from Hawkins and lives with her somewhere else so that the government wouldn't think to look at them all the time, you know? But, and also the government thinks she's dead. And
Right. They're
this
not gonna
makes
think about it.
less, yeah, this makes less than zero sense. But in a world where Dr. K lets them go scot-free, I feel like it's the same world where she doesn't think Elle is still alive somehow and hunts them down all the
That's
time. Like, you
valid.
know, like, so
Yeah.
personally, I like the idea that it's just like a tragic, like heroic sacrifice, and Elle is dead, and Mike is just keeping the idea alive in his stories, right? That's what I prefer.
Mhm. I do wish, like, at the end, I was hoping that they would have her, like, speak to Mike through the mind again, but like, Mike, and then end there, you know?
Right, to actually indicate that she is still alive and that she's like doing some effort of reaching out, but
But
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I don't mind the ambiguity. If I liked the rest of the finale, I would have been perfectly fine with the ambiguous ending.
Right.
But because I dislike so much about the finale, it's leaving this like kind of soreness to me that I'm just like, yeah, I'm not really vibing with that either. You know?
Also, like, I know Elle was a big, like, character death, but I was hoping for a good, dramatic character death moment from someone.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. I Yeah. So here's the thing for me. A major character death doesn't necessarily equate to good quality for me, you know? It can oftentimes be
Yeah.
used in that way. I think one of the biggest examples of a major character death occurring for a finale that just made me hate it was Prim dying at the end of
Right, that
Hunger
doesn't make
Games.
sense.
It does not. If Prim is to die, hear me out. Prim should have died at the end of movie 2, so that movie 3 and 4 with the rebellion is like Katniss's revenge arc as well. You know, it would have
Yeah.
actually mattered to the plot had we would have been able to see the psychological repercussions on Katniss and crap, and it would have felt tragic, but it would have felt like it mattered. Having Prim died at the end just makes me depressed for zero reason. I've talked about this before. It's like it added almost nothing at that point, and I haven't read the books, so I guess I don't really know what the original story used it for. But in the movies, it just felt like, oh yeah, and by the way, the one character that you wanted to die the least is dead. There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
So major character death doesn't equate to good quality for me. So even if no characters died in the finale, I wouldn't necessarily be disappointed. I'd be surprised. Maybe depending on like, oh, like for instance, are you underwhelmed that All Might didn't die in MHA final season?
I so in the moment I was so happy he didn't, but at the same time I'm
Right,
kind of like it would have been good story if he did. Like,
right.
but the whole time I was rooting for him not to. So even in Stranger Things,
Yeah,
even if no one died, I would have liked more of a dramatic, oh my gosh, will they die? Like with Steve or
and
something, you know what I mean?
that's what I'm saying. That's what makes it good, and there wasn't truly that really in the finale for me. So like it was more
Yeah.
so throughout season 5 than in the actual finale episode. And that's kind of my whole point there is like, yeah, it's more about how you utilize the idea of death within the viewer's mind sometimes than death actually happening, you know?
Yeah.
And the only people that died are 8 and 11, which I get the whole thing, like it rounds out like, oh, the end of the psychic people or, you know, telekinetic people, the end. I understand that philosophy. It just, again, since so much around it I didn't like, I'm just sore about it, that too. It's one of those things where my attitude about it is being poisoned by the other stuff I didn't like in yeah. But yeah, we're almost at an hour now, so I guess I'll just ask you if you have any other sentiments you want to share before we wrap this up.
Not that I can think of. I I like in general, the show was amazing. It was like a top
Oh,
tier show.
yeah, don't get us confused. One of my favorite shows of all time.
Mhm.
Even with season 5
Yeah.
being mixed in with the average.
Yeah.
Still one of my
Still
favorites. Yeah.
highly recommended to everybody.
Yeah. Maybe still my favorite live action show. You know?
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm not sure on that because I don't always remember every show I've ever watched off the top of my head. Oh, you know what might contend for it? It's short, but WandaVision, dude. That
I
was
knew you were
like
gonna say
one of
that.
my favorites of all time, dude. WandaVision, ah.
People People did not give that enough of a chance. That was
When it
so
was
good.
first coming out, yeah. When it was in the midst, like those like 9 weeks it was coming out, and during that midst, a lot of people did not understand what it stood for. Like what, like they
No,
weren't viewing,
they
they
were
were
so
being bad
confused.
viewers. Yeah.
Yeah,
They,
yeah. A lot of my
yeah.
friends were like, "Oh, it looked weird, so I just stopped and never got back into it." I'm like,
Yeah.
"You have to actually understand what it's
Yeah.
going for in
It's
this
like that meme
amazing."
where the guy's digging and they miss diamonds by like a half an inch because they decide to walk away. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I Yeah, I mean, legitimately, I feel like I will be in a few years. I'll be very nostalgic for Stranger Things because I'm already
Mhm.
like I'm almost 21 now, not quite, and I was 15, almost 16 when WandaVision came out, and I'm already super nostalgic for the WandaVision era. So I'm sure in just a few years here, I'll be very nostalgic for the Stranger Things saga and going through it with the guys. But um, I don't know why I said the guys. I watched it with my family, but you know, I watched it with my sister, mom, and dad, not necessarily the guys. But-
Yeah, close enough, I guess. Not at all.
yeah,
Not at all.
no, that's not it. But yeah, guys, if you watch the Stranger Things finale, make sure to comment your thoughts on it. Maybe give us your season rankings. I'm very interested to see what like viewers of this channel, what their seasonal rankings for Stranger Things would be, to see how close they are, how different they are. If you severely disagree with us on stuff, we love getting argued. Well, not like argued with, but we enjoy fun pushback. Just not make sure that you're
Counterpoint.
not being like actually being spirited. I know internet comments can get carried away, but nonetheless, yeah, feel free to absolutely, come at us with the torches and pitchforks if you really hated some of our opinions. We'd just love to hear yours. Um, yeah, keep drinking tea, keep loving lore, as I always say. But this time, also make sure to get some frozen Eggo waffles for the family, guys.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, yeah, see you next time, guys.